My name is Renee Bourdeaux, and I currently work at Northwest University in the Seattle area. And one of the things that I have loved is my experience of being an author with Kendall Hunt. I've actually worked with them to write a book called Communicating Love in Relationships, and it's a textbook that I use in a relationship class. But if you are the kind of person that grew up dreaming about creating a book, you've probably sought out publishers. But I have the opposite experience where I didn't actually know or think about writing a textbook. And it's because of Kendall Hunt and their ability to understand the landscape and what universities need, and their ability to kind of draw expertise out of their authors, that I have loved the experience of publishing with them. I remember walking up and talking with somebody at one of the booths at the national conference that I went to. And through that interaction, they were really conscious about saying, but what do you need in a textbook? How do you teach in a classroom? And through our conversations, learned that in one of the classes, I didn't have a book that met my needs. And as we talked more and had more dialogue about it, the question came, well, why don't you write the textbook? And I thought, no, because I've never thought about writing a textbook before. But what Kendall Hunt did is they came alongside me and helped me see how real and how I could realize the dream of writing a textbook that could work for me in the classroom and that hopefully could work for other academics across the country. And so from those initial conversations, we had follow-up conversations, we had really great communication back and forth with lots of questions on my end. How does it work? What does the contract look like? And every step of the way, it didn't feel like I was communicating with some large corporate entity and I was just another author they were trying to respond to. Like, they took the time on the calls to get to know about me and my family and my classes and who I was as a person, so that we could envision the book that was a representation of me and my work. From that, I was able to pick out fun colors for the way the layout is. And I remember having great conversations, even about picking the cover. But through those conversations, it was because Kendall Hunt took the time to get to know me, took the time to get to understand how I thought about content. And from that point on, then the writing began. And every step of the way, Paul and Angela were the two people that I worked the most with on the publishing process. They were wonderful. They would review the documents that I would send to them. They would give me really good feedback. They would challenge me to think differently. And one of the most powerful things that worked for me was them helping me create structure. And that structure that we created was thinking about, in a book, what do I want from beginning to end? What are the key pieces that I'm hoping to give to students, not only my students, but all students? And so those conversations about structure helped me think about the content, helped me map out the chapters, help the chapters just flow from one point to the end. And slowly but surely, I had a book in front of me, and it didn't even really feel like it was hard work, because it was this partnership. It was this wonderful partnership of people coming alongside, trusting me and my expertise, guiding me through the process, helping me think about the process, because Kendall Hunt, they're the experts in the field. And so they knew how to guide me as an author through the process. And so the book that I have, I'm super proud of, because of all of the work and the love that went into this book, because of the awesome team at Kendall Hunt. Thinking about textbooks, when I have colleagues not only on my campus, but across the country that are looking for textbooks, I always refer them to the Kendall Hunt website, because you can think about how that content fits into your classroom. And here's something that Kendall Hunt helped me realize that no other publisher had taken the time to do. I remember having a conversation with a sales rep about a book I was interested in, but there were some things about it that I didn't think would work for my teaching style. And at that point is when the rep said, well, we can tailor this particular book and cut out some of the content, create it in a format that's going to fit you and what your students need, and be able to help bring the price down just a tiny bit, because we're not using the entirety of the content. And so would I recommend Kendall Hunt? Absolutely not, only from the standpoint of what they create and how they work with faculty to get the content that they need to teach a class in the way that fits them, but also as an author, I would highly recommend Kendall Hunt, because they are going to draw out the best of you as an academic, as a teacher, as a scholar. And they're going to learn about you, they're going to get to know you. And from that, be able to then build the product that you are creating to fit who you are. I love that every year when I meet the people I worked with during the book writing process, Paul and Angela, who I worked with the most, when I see them at the national conference, it's not just like, oh, hey, you. They know who I am. They know what book I've written. They remember about my family. They remember about the courses I teach, because it's not just, you're not just another author, you're a person that they've had a relationship with. And the thing that you created together was done as a team. And so I would highly, highly, highly recommend writing with Kendall Hunt.